Hey, what though?
What?
Werewolf.
I know. Oh, hi, hello and welcome to About Time, a Doctor Who podcast. I'm Stephen and I've been a Doctor Who fan since 2005.
And I'm Ben, and I've never seen the show before.
No, don't do that.
Ach, no.
No, really don't.
I'm not good at accents.
For years now, I've been trying to convince Ben to give it a go.
And my answer has always been no.
But now, finally, he's agreed not only to watch it with me, but to do a podcast about it as well. And quite frankly, it's about time. Hello.
Hello.
You'll be pleased to know we're not going to do the whole episode in Scottish accents.
Thank God, because I can't do accents.
Hello.
Hello.
How are we?
Stressed.
Yes, we are stressed. We're both stressed at the moment. Yeah. We have news, don't we?
We do have news. We're moving.
We are. We've finally found a place that's accepted us. And it's lovely, but yeah, it's quite a quick turnaround now.
Yeah, it's got 2 weeks to go. Well, less than 2 weeks now.
So yeah, if
we haven't started packing.
No. So if our moving affects the podcast at all, just bear with us.
We're trying to squeeze them in.
We will try and squeeze them in to have a bank recorded so that it won't affect it. But if it does, then I know you'll understand. But we're here.
We're here. We're queer. Get used to it, bitches.
Absolutely. So we've watched another episode of Doctor Who.
Yeah, we have.
Ben laughed a lot throughout it, and not in a good way, I think. We've watched Tooth and Claw by Russell T Davies.
It was spoiled for me, though.
Oh my God! Yeah, I try to give Ben as little information as possible. I tell him the title and that's it, and I make him look away when I put it on iPlayer, so in case the image they've chosen is a bit spoilery. We put it on. I said, it's okay, you can look now. And the episode started. And for some random reason, the subtitles came up and they just said, the Doctor faces his scariest adventure yet as he comes face to face with a werewolf. And Ben read it out loud. And I was like, why is it saying that? Excuse me? Spoilers. It's like some random synopsis just started. Yeah. So yeah, that was annoying.
I would have guessed it's a werewolf quite soon, though.
At what point would you have guessed? I guess it is fairly obvious.
Yeah, it's the tone.
They're talking about wolves a lot from the beginning, and then you see the man in the cage.
So, Stephen, what was the creature called?
The actual alien?
Yeah.
We didn't get a specific name for it, but the doctor said it's a lupine wavelength hemiveriform, meaning that it's passed on through the blood, and it's lupine means wolf, obviously.
Yeah.
And he also said something about creatures triggered by different wavelengths in light and stuff. So it all came together. So it's just sort of,
Okay.
Yeah. To be fair, I quite like it when Doctor Who takes a fantasy trope and then finds a sci-fi explanation for it.
Yeah.
I think it's fun.
Yeah. Did it on vampires yet?
Not. They did it in the classic series, and
it's to come.
And it will come in, a bit later. Yeah.
I had a feeling.
But, I mean, overall, what do you think of the episode? Literally,
it's a bit funny.
Yeah, you couldn't stop. You turned to me at one point and you said, is this supposed to be a parody?
It's the bootleg version of Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, you said it was very Scooby-Doo. I can get what you mean. Lots of running around and slamming doors shut. And
it's just like the girls graduated from the Jackie School of Screaming.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were screaming left, right and centre.
This episode is what we would call a romp. It's a fun romp. It's not a big deal in terms of the series overall, but as a standalone episode, it's, let's have a bit of fun running around with a werewolf and Queen Victoria.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, but I like it. It's to be fair, no spoilers for our rankings, but it's going to go quite high for me. And I think it's going to go quite low for you.
Yeah.
Did you prefer it to last week's episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But it was a little bit twee for me. It was a little bit... It was a lot of running from this point, and then in Scooby-Doo they do the same things. Run from that point to that point,
Yeah.
and they're being chased by a monster.
Yeah.
No, go through this door. No, this door. This door. This door. It was so funny.
Yeah. The thing is, though, like, obviously it cost them a lot of money to have that kind of CGI for a creature like that.
Yeah.
And they obviously want to kind of show it as little as possible in a 45-minute episode.
Yeah.
So, and I think they did that quite creatively with, like, the monster vision, the blue vision, and, like, close-ups and just, lots of, like, chaos.
Oh, it was a bit cringy and like laughable when the monster was eating people, and they did these like quick like flash changes, like to the wolf's face, to the person's face.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
It just looked a bit weird.
What would you have preferred, to see him tearing lumps of flesh off?
Yeah, his head rolling down.
It is a family show.
Yeah.
But I mean, okay, I know you like to criticise the CGI. Was the wolf acceptable to you?
It was all right.
Was it one of the better ones you've seen? Compare it with the Slitheen running around.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's much better.
Yeah.
Much better. A little things I didn't like was like him on the glass didn't look quite as realistic. I really liked the kind of, I think it was CGI or whatever, like when it showed the house from afar.
Oh yeah, that's a nice
that was
shot.
really pretty.
Yeah, it is really pretty.
I don't know, I thought that was really pretty.
Yeah. I think I remember reading somewhere once that the CGI team, the Mill, who worked on the show at this time, they also worked on Harry Potter, The Prisoner of Azkaban, with the werewolf.
Oh.
And I do remember reading that they said they were never quite as satisfied with how they did the werewolf in Harry Potter, so they were excited to have another go at doing a werewolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why does Harry Potter always come up in this podcast?
It does always come, and I'm so sorry. Fuck J.K. Rowling. That goes without saying.
Yeah.
I should have a punishment every time I bring up Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Like, what could my punishment be? Oh, you see the look on Ben's face. He's so excited now to think what my punishment could be.
To be continued, I'll let you know.
Okay. So going from the beginning of the episode, you said you had a comment about the monks.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Didn't feel right to me.
Like the way they were doing all the like kung fu or
like
whatever
it felt
it is.
like they were supposed to be like Tibetan monks.
Yes,
And
but they're not
none
Tibetan.
of them were Tibetan.
Yeah, so it was a bit cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
Possibly.
And they just looked a bit. They just didn't look. I don't know.
It's a weird scene.
They were like, ooh, let's get these dancers in and be like, they could twirl around in orange costumes. Let's put bald caps on them. Oh no, or
And they float in the middle of the air, like.
yeah, and it's just like, oh my god, Moody McGee. Oh my god, he pissed me right off.
The head monk.
Moody McGee is his name.
I bet you are not going to agree with me, and you're going to say you can't see it. I think he looks a little bit like Christopher Eccleston.
Oh no, I can't see it. Absolutely not. Do not tarnish Christopher Eccleston's good looks
Okay.
to the monstrous monk.
Okay,
Moody
the monstrous
McGee.
not the meddling monk.
No.
No, that's the classic reference.
The Moody McGee monk.
Okay, you found him a bit moody.
Yeah.
So David Tennant got to use his natural accent. I think he hammed it up a bit.
Yeah.
It was nice though for him to have the opportunity to do that.
Yeah.
Did you like that?
Yeah. I really do like David Tennant.
You do?
I really do like David
I'm
Tennant.
so pleased because I was so worried you were going to hate him.
I think he's no diss to my Dr. Mr. Eccleston, but I think David Tennant is how I saw the Doctor before I was like chaotic and twirly.
Yeah.
A bit like here, there, everywhere, and a bit like in everything. Because he reminds me a lot of me.
Yeah, definitely.
Like a lot of like, because I am quite chaotic and twirly. And,
That's one of your favourite catchphrases.
Yeah. And it comes from Friends.
Does it?
Yes.
I never knew this. Why does everything fucking come from Friends?
If Phoebe says it.
Oh my god. Oh, one of the kids at school where I work brought up that joke that you made before. Do you remember when I was trying to get you to say Rax Corycophalopatorius?
Yeah.
And you kept going, blue, 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 whatever.
Yeah.
We were doing French at school and some kid started doing that. And I was like, I know that now because Ben did it.
Yeah, it's from Joey from Friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you like David Tennant.
I do like David Tennant. Yeah.
So he introduced himself. This is another little classic reference, but it's like a little Easter egg. He introduced himself as Dr. James McCrimmon. Jamie McCrimmon was a companion of the second Doctor in the 60s, played by Fraser Hines, who I've met, actually. I saw him in a play. Yeah, very nice, man.
Cool. Yeah, so was not a fan of Moody McGee.
You weren't a fan of Moody McGee?
And was not a fan of Lady I Can't Act.
Lady Isabel.
Yeah,
Sir Robert's wife, yeah.
That's all she did.
Yeah, no, Lady Isabel was a bit annoying. What about Sir Robert?
What?
Did you like him?
I did like him.
Is he a candidate?
He is a candidate!
The Hottie of the Week!
Hottie of the Week! He is my main...
I knew he would be.
Him and Captain are the two main...
The Captain?
Yeah!
Oh, no, you like facial hair, don't you?
I do like facial hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I had to pick, it's got to be David Tennant again, but that's boring, just to give it to Tennant every week.
David Tennant's all right, but I'm going to give it to the Captain.
You prefer the Captain over Sir Robert?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was...
Fair enough.
And he was masculine, and he was like, I'm going to save... I'll get your time. I'm not scared to die. Bee, 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 bee. Look at me, Wolfie.
Okay, congratulations, Captain.
Congratulations, Captain.
You win Hottie of the Week.
Yes.
According to Ben.
At the end of the series, we're going to do Hottie of the series. And Stephen's going to make a new list on the same document.
No.
Of hotties.
Yeah, sorry, but that's a step too far.
No, I want a hottie list.
My God.
I want to do Hottie of the series.
Okay, maybe.
No, we are doing Hottie of the series. Guys, we are doing Hottie of the series. Help me keep track. By the way, Stephen's going to put a poll up on Instagram, and we're going to see who you like Hottie of the Week.
Yeah, did you see the one I did this week?
No.
Did you not?
No.
Yeah, I did one from Christmas Invasion.
Yeah.
I said, who's hotter? Alex, her right-hand man.
Yeah.
Or Jason from next door.
Yeah.
Or Daniel Llewellyn.
Yeah.
And most people said Alex, the right-hand man.
Yeah.
My vote goes to Jason. And one person was like, no, excuse me, Daniel Llewellyn needs to win because of that gorgeous beard.
Yes, he is so handsome.
I think he only got like one vote.
Oh,
Daniel. Poor Daniel.
I didn't see it, so I should.
You could have voted. Yeah.
I could have voted. Oh, my favourite segment at the moment is Hottie of the Week.
Okay, well, what does that say about us?
Yeah,
I don't know.
gay men.
Shallow. Well, we all know I'm a thirsty bitch.
Steve, this describes Stephen as a thirsty bitch, okay? This story is called Stephen the Thirsty Bitch in Morrison's. Stephen...
Was it Morrison's?
Yes, it was Morrison's. Stephen and me were in Morrison's, and we were picking up a few bits for my mum, and I think it was for a roast dinner or something like that. I looked Stephen in the eyes, and I was like, and I noticed his eyes went on me, and he wasn't talking to me properly, and I was distracted. I looked behind me, and there was a man... very, very attractive man with his wife, like in the aisle.
Yeah.
And I literally moved to the side, caught Stephen's eye and said, "Hello, I'm over here." Stephen likes eye candy.
If you know the Matt Lucas character from Little Britain who goes, "Oh, he was
he's
gorgeous!" that's my...
That's Stephen.
That's me.
Where were we?
I have no idea.
Anywho, we were talking about Moody McGee once.
Yeah, there's a major person I want to talk about.
Yes. Queen Vicky?
Queenie Vic.
Queenie Vic. Queen Victoria of the land of She Cannot Act.
What? She's a very well-respected actress.
Oh, I don't think she's very good in this
Pauline
episode.
Collins.
I don't think she's very good in this episode.
She's the highlight for me. Seriously.
She's not very Victoria-y for me. Every time she was like, "Do you think it's funny, Miss Tyler?" Yeah, no, she's a bit like, I don't know. I'm trying too hard.
No, I love her.
I've had 5 daughters. Nakedness is not.
So I love a celebrity historical, and I think this is the only one that Russell wrote himself. And I think he does a great job with her dialogue, and I think she does a great job delivering it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
One of my favourite bits is when she makes the joke about Rose could probably eat the ham raw.
Yeah.
And the captain's like, ha 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 ha, like overly laughing.
Yeah.
And she just turns to him and she's like, he says, very witty, ma'am. And she's like, slightly witty, perhaps. I know you don't often get the chance to dine with me, Captain, but don't get too excited. I shall contain my wit for fear of doing you further injury. And it's like cutting, like, it's so funny. I think she's really good. And also the other bit when she shoots the monk, and he's like, oh, I don't think so, woman. And she's like, the correct form of address is your majesty. Bang.
That's probably the best bit.
Yeah, for her.
It's like... I'd like to, she's a bit... Yeah.
Oh, I love her. I have to disagree.
Okay,
She's
you
the
can
highlight
disagree.
I do
It's
disagree.
fine.
I do disagree. The Torchwood Estate, though, what do you think? Like, that was the house called the Torchwood Estate.
Yeah.
And then we got that little... It was kind of like not that I've seen any Marvel films, because I'm not into them, but I know they have, like, post-credit scenes, don't they? That, like, hint at things to come.
Yeah.
I feel like that little end scene was a bit like that.
Yeah, it's a bit like, I should call it Torchwood Institute.
And if this doctor should return, then he should beware, because Torchwood will be waiting.
I don't understand why she doesn't like him.
Because she sees that he has knowledge of all this alien stuff and takes it in his stride.
Yeah.
And she sees him as being connected to it. It's like, from his point of view, sure, he happened to be there, luckily, and he helped to save the day. But from her point of view, it's like he turned up and then all this stuff started happening. And I think a lot of people see the Doctor that way.
Oh.
Like, you know.
Well, she would have died.
Yeah. But I think just it's very overwhelming for her.
She wouldn't have died. She would have been consumed.
Turned into a wolf. Yeah. But it's very overwhelming. And I think you see this madcap man and that he takes it all in his stride and you think, no, he's part of it. And she can control that. She can banish him. So effectively, she's banished the Doctor and Rose from the British Isles now.
Even before Rose was born.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Although she did knight them, and Rose became Dame Rose of the Powell Estate, which is the name of the council estate where she lives.
Well done, Rose.
I
Queen
know.
of the council estates.
What would Jackie think about that?
All hail the juicy bot wearing queen.
Yeah, the juicy.
Oh, that's one thing I want to talk about.
What? The wardrobe?
Yeah, I'll talk about that in a bit in my other segment.
Okay, we'll come on to that in a sec. But yeah, so what do you think about the more hints of Torchwood? This is now a major piece of Doctor Who lore that you've just witnessed. Queen Victoria establishing Torchwood.
Yeah, okay.
In the Doctor Who universe.
Yeah.
But she's set out there what her vision is for the purpose of Torchwood.
But it surely evolves.
It does evolve.
Yeah.
But it's quite...
It's not supernatural, it's like a alien investigation team.
Yes, it's about defending. She said defending our borders, which sounds quite what's the word?
Severe?
Relevant to like modern politics.
Times, yeah.
Yeah. And, it's not just defending our borders against, foreigners that might come in. It's aliens from... Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, but you need...
No, I don't agree with it. I'm just saying that's what some people think.
Yeah,
like
just the way you said it.
Brexity people and...
Oh. To all the Brexiters out there.
Fuck you.
Do you like the mess you made? Nick Farage, where are you?
Nigel Farage. What were we saying?
Yeah, she's setting up Torchwood. And...
Yeah, but she also said if the Doctor should return...
The Doctor does return.
He should beware, because Torchwood will be waiting.
But he communicates to them.
With who?
Torchwood.
How do you know?
Because I know. He knows a man in there.
What, Captain Jack?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We left him to die.
You'll have to wait and see how that unfolds.
He left him to die, and we do not know why.
Yes, I can't say anything.
And does Rose remember bringing them back to life?
I don't know, actually. I don't think she does.
Okay.
Because remember when she woke up in the TARDIS at the end, she was trying to remember. She was like, there was this singing and there was this light. I don't remember.
Yeah.
And then also in the Christmas Invasion, Mickey said about, can you fly the TARDIS? She said it's been wiped out of my head like it's forbidden. So I think she's had a bit of a mind block on that.
Yet again, we have the Doctor trying to get to 1979. and we go to 1879.
Oh, I see. Yet again, he makes a mistake.
Been there, done that, Russell. Can we have something else somewhere else?
No, it's a common part of Doctor Who.
What, mistakenly going to a different part of the world?
Yeah.
Ugh. Really?
Yeah.
But you can do it in different ways, though. The TARDIS could run out of power. The TARDIS could... Oh my God, wouldn't it be cool if the TARDIS took them to a random place on its own accord?
I think in the classic series, for a certain period of time, there was a thing called the randomizer. That because in the spirit of just travelling and seeing new things, they would not know where the TARDIS was taking them. It would just randomly take them somewhere.
Oh.
Which is quite cool.
Maybe that's interrupting the flow. Like, he sets it, but the randomizer is still inside the TARDIS and it takes over.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Something I like to think is that, because we know the TARDIS is kind of sentient, is that the TARDIS has access to the whole of time and space.
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes it can see where the Doctor is needed.
Oh, okay.
So it takes him where he needs to go. Do you know what I mean?
But sometimes I don't understand this because that's already happened.
What?
Sometimes it's already happened.
Well, if it's in the past.
Yeah.
But that's you trying to look at it from a linear time perspective. But the TARDIS doesn't have that. The TARDIS has access to it all at once.
Oh. Like little pockets.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's also in flux. Like, time is not set in stone. Some things are and some things aren't. But they'll talk more about that in the show as it goes along. But yeah. Is it time for What the Fuck fashion?
Yes.
Okay.
I appreciate Rose trying her very best to be a 1979 hippie chick.
Yeah.
You failed, love.
Okay.
You look like a preschooler.
The dungarees.
Yeah, ugh.
Okay.
Nothing... I really do not like... I love dungarees as a piece, but I really do not like denim dungaree dresses.
Oh, okay.
On adults.
Okay.
Because if they don't buy one, if there's not one with the right cut and the right shape, it just makes the outfit look really juvenile.
But wasn't the idea that she's supposed to look ridiculous for the story, like in this setting of Victorian Scotland?
But the thing is, though, no. She was, at the beginning, she was trying to get to 1979.
Yes, I know. Yeah, but if you think about what costume they gave her, because she was intending to go to 1979, and then it makes her look really out of place.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, this is the thing. I want to see her in some historical accurate pieces, like fashion, like. I don't know. It would just show like women of that time could be badasses and like kick ass in a dress.
Yeah,
like 1879 woman kicking a man in the nuts in a dress. Brilliant. We want to see it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I want to see it.
Yeah,
but not in blue velvet because blue velvet's disgusting.
Okay. So did you think? Suppose they did go to 1979, you wouldn't see someone wearing that?
No, because it's still quite modern.
Okay.
For me, anyway, like more 79 for me. You're moving more into the 80s fashion, so you're seeing the development of shoulder pads come in. They get higher in the 80s. Big hair is coming in. Big hair is a big part of the 70s as well, with the Farrah Fawcett and all that. But the hair's getting even bigger with back combing and all that. She just doesn't look the part. And I guess she's using what she's got, but the TARDIS has a fucking wardrobe, mate.
Yeah.
And it can go all through time and space, and it's been around for 900 years or plus.
Yeah.
And so he's collected some wardrobe pieces from his past companion and all that.
Yeah.
So, and by the way, can we have a companion from a different planet?
Oh, I'd love that. I'd love that. But the argument is the companion should be as close to us as possible because there are eyes and ears.
Yeah, I've got a story. I've just come up with a story for you.
Okay.
The Doctor, one of his hearts is going to fail.
Okay.
And they're going to have to try and find Susan. She's the only known living member of his family and members of the Time Lords or Time Mistresses.
Time Mistresses.
Yes. And they need to find her so that she can donate blood or she can donate her heart.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting.
Susan, 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 where are you? We need to find you now. Susan, 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 where are you? I hope you're living happily. Did you manage to reproduce with your human lover? If you did, then there is half-time mistresses about and Time Lord mistresses lords.
Thank you. Does that conclude What the Fuck Fashion?
That does conclude What the Fuck Fashion. Get it right, Billy Piper. Well,
yeah. Was Queen Victoria's costume okay?
It looked like they got it out of, like, birthdays. Said, this would do. It looks like it was actually like Whistler's mother.
You said that when you saw her in the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you thought it looked a bit naff.
What?
You thought it looked a bit naff.
Yeah.
I like it.
But the thing is, though, didn't she wear black
after Albert died? Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about the whole joke about Rose and the Doctor betting on whether they could get her to say "I'm not amused"?
I didn't get it.
You didn't get it?
No.
Well, you know that's like her catchphrase, supposedly.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, when you think of Queen Victoria, you think of her saying, "We are not amused." I don't know whether she actually ever said it.
Oh, no,
but it's a thing that...
I didn't know that.
Oh, did you not know that?
No.
Okay. Well, it's a thing. And so they were trying to get her to say that because it's like supposed to be her catchphrase.
Yeah.
It's like if you went to see Winston Churchill and you said, "I bet I can make him say we shall fight them on the beaches." Obviously, he did say that because it's recorded, but, you know.
Yeah.
I think it's fun, but it's a little bit disrespectful. Like, I think it's supposed to be disrespectful, like, because even when they're still playing the game and gambling when they're in the middle of trying to save themselves from a werewolf and people have died. And that's why she's so offended when she's like, "You think this funny?"
Yeah.
And I think that's good. It serves as a reminder because a lot of this series, as I said before, is about the Doctor and Rose and their carefree adventures and like how long that attitude can sustain them for. Because they do dangerous stuff, and if they all think it's a laugh,
Yeah.
it's not a laugh.
And also, this is people's lives.
Yeah, like people have died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like people casualty in his wake.
Yeah.
Like it would have still happened.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And they're just, you know, when they turn to each other and they're like, "Tell you what though, werewolf. Oh my god, I know." Like, and they have a big hug and a big laugh about it.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
It's disrespectful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like these people didn't ask to have a werewolf just roaming around them.
No, I know.
Balamory.
And it's Balamory.
That's
Yeah.
what he said. He said Balamory.
Oh, he did, didn't he? Actually, yeah. He said he's from the township of Balamory.
Okay, are you ready, America?
Here we go. What's the story in Balamory? Wouldn't you like to know? What's the story in Balamory? Wouldn't you like to know?
Balamory. Do you remember the man in the pink house?
In Balamory?
Yeah. The police officer.
I don't really
Okay.
remember watching it.
Can I please quickly explain to our American and other people viewers? Balamory is a TV show.
Children's show.
And it was set in Scotland. And it
Fictional island.
It was called Balamory.
Wasn't it a fictional island called Balamory?
But you said Balamory.
Yeah, that was a joke. I think that was a joke.
Balamory's not a real place.
No, I don't think it is.
You're kidding.
Let me Google this. I don't think it's a real place.
What's the story in Balamory?
Yeah, it's not real. It was filmed in Tobermory, the setting for the fictional town of Balamory.
Oh my god.
You thought it was a real place all this time? No, it's not a real place. That's why it's funny that he was like, "Oh, I'm Dr. James McCrimmon from the township of Balamory." Like, he just said it because it would be something that they wouldn't be able to prove he wasn't, you know.
OMG. OMG. That's crazy. My childhood's just been destroyed.
Okay, sorry about that.
That's a bit too old to watch Balamory Day.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's a bit like
do.
when we talked about Boo Bar, we were far too old for that. But,
I still watched it.
yeah. There's something comforting about children's TV, though.
I used to watch it from when I got home.
I mean, only a few months ago, we were watching Tots TV on BritBox.
Oh, yeah.
You and me would just sit here and watch, like, Tots TV. If anyone doesn't know what Tots TV is, it was absolutely iconic 90s ragdoll children's show.
Yes. It was amazing.
Yeah. I'm a touch of squeeze and tot, Tilly, Tom and Tiny. All together, 1, 2, 3. Hey! And then it went it's gone viral recently with some clips, like the argument scene. Oh, it wasn't my fault, it was Tilly's fault. Don't you call me a banana, you're the banana.
Anywho.
Tiny, my name's Tiny. My name's Tom. Ooh la la, my name's Tilly. Je m'appelle Tilly. Anyway.
At least you make yourself laugh.
I do.
Cackle like a witch.
I know. What about the creepy guy in the cage who turned into the werewolf?
I really don't like when they make their teeth all like blah, blah, blah.
All yellow and rotten. Why?
Like, it never looks real.
It doesn't look real?
No, it just looks like they've just he's just got toffee like stuck in his teeth.
Oh, I thought it looked all right.
And then he got his tits out.
Yeah.
And he was like, the moonlight! And I was like,
Moonlight.
bitch, the moonlight is not that bright.
Yeah, they really exaggerated it for effect.
They opened the door and that was the sun.
It was like floodlights.
Yeah.
Apparently, I remember this from the time, David Tennant saying that the man who played the cage man went to drama school with him.
Oh.
I think his name was Tom Smith. Oh. I remember that because I went to school with someone called Tom Smith, who was like the hottest person in the year.
Yeah.
Even all the other boys who were straight were like, oh, he is hot. I have to point out something else that I always found funny in this episode.
Yeah.
There's a bit when they're talking to the guy in the cage, and then Rose starts to like rally them to start trying to like pull the chain and stuff.
Yeah.
And Lady Isabel is just like not getting involved, and she says to her, "That includes you, your ladyship." And I always think it sounds like that includes you, you lazy shit.
The family TV show, Steve.
I know. Rose and her potty mouth. Did you the plot overall, were you satisfied by it, or did you think it was a bit silly? Or
A bit silly.
yeah, like the resolution with the telescope.
Yeah. Didn't like that.
Yeah.
I didn't like this. I understood what they're trying to do, like give a scientific explanation for like a fantasy trope.
Yeah.
It just felt a bit like that was wedged in.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I mean? This is one episode where it didn't feel like steeped in science fiction. It felt, oh, I want to do an episode about werewolves. I'm going to give it this explanation, and they wedged it in. That's my personal.
Fair enough.
At least they didn't have any like convenient weapons.
Well, apart from the telescope being a light chamber or whatever.
Oh yeah, but I mean like things that got them out of danger very quickly.
Oh, like Captain Jack's guns and things. Yeah. Yeah, I don't quite get the whole thing with like where he said, "Oh, you're made of water, but you can still drown," and so that works for the moonlight. Like
it's basically overexposing him.
Yeah.
So if we get overexposed to water, we drowned. If
Yeah.
we overexposed to moonlight, I don't know what happens.
Well, yeah.
Shatters the illusion.
I don't know. It's just convenient, really. But yeah. But it was all threaded through, which I think makes it work.
Yeah. I personally would have liked to seen something a bit more creative in the solution, like something to do with mistletoe.
Yeah.
That just felt like, oh, okay, that's going to be the link to the end. So they're going to have to do something.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't think the creature was actually affected by mistletoe. I think it was like, what's the word?
Trained?
Like a placebo, not a placebo, but like it was trained to react to the mistletoe.
Okay.
So I don't think that could have actually hurt it.
Yeah.
The Kohinoor. This is my first time seeing this episode in a while, and I looked at it in her hand and I was like, it just looks like a lump of plastic.
Oh yeah, it looks like a lump of acrylic.
Yeah,
it looks like a lump of acrylic.
But when I was a kid, I was like, oh, it's a diamond.
But the thing is, though, they could have easily got like a lump of quartz.
Yeah.
And made it and polished it up to make it look like some diamond-esque.
Yeah.
But yeah, you are right. It does look like a lump of plastic.
Yeah.
Looked like a kid's toy.
Yeah.
And the way he throwed it was too light.
Yeah. But yeah, that's another controversial thing, the Kohinoor, like the British Empire and like going and taking over India and stuff. Like, I think the Kohinoor comes from India.
It does.
And it should belong to India.
Yeah.
But it's still, isn't it still in the crown jewels now?
Yeah. It's the largest diamond in the world.
Yeah.
It's crazy that they said if that is true that he had it recut a lot.
Yeah, it could have been much bigger.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay, so what was your favourite thing about the episode? We used to do this. We used to go through and you could say things you liked, things you didn't like.
Oh, yeah.
Like quickfire.
I liked some of the quick whip from the Queen, Queen Vicky. I liked that. I liked the Sir Man.
The what?
The Lord.
Oh, Sir Robert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get rid of the wife. That's what he needs to do. No, he's straight. It's fine. He can have a wife. Yeah, I don't know. It was it was watchable. It was laughable in a lot of places. Things I didn't like were probably like the beginning bit. Put me on a bit like, oh, I didn't like that. Didn't like the Doctor and Rose being a bit carefree.
Yeah.
Because they can go.
Exactly.
That's why they do it. They can go and they can leave and they'll never be seen again.
Exactly.
That doesn't give you the right to come and interrupt and make fun of people's lives.
No.
And you don't know these people. You may know them from history, but you don't know them.
Yeah, that is a big theme of this series.
Yeah.
That's a lesson they have to learn.
So, yeah. Overall, if I'm going to say, this episode is not one of my favourites. And the start of Series 2 seems quite weak.
Okay. Like I think I said this to you off mic the other day. I was like, I enjoy the whole of Russell T Davies' era, but I will say that Series 2 is the weakest of his series.
I feel like it's missing that overarching plot.
Okay.
Like Big Bad Wolf followed us through all season 1, and we got an explanation at the end.
Yeah. Well, we are having the same thing. We're having a plot arc, and we're having references in most episodes to Torchwood.
Oh.
With it culminating at the end of the series.
And then before season 3 that comes out, looks like this podcast is going to have a spin-off.
To cover Torchwood.
Yeah.
It's not going to be... We'll just cover it on the main podcast. Yeah. But yeah. That is if you're interested in watching it.
Don't know yet.
I do recommend it.
Yeah. So, we're going to rank it.
Let's rank it.
It's going to go just above New Earth.
Oh, okay. So you preferred it to last week, but it's not as good as Rose.
Yeah.
Okay, so that puts it in slot number...
13.
13 for you. Fair enough. Okay. Okay, for me, it's going fairly high because I've just always enjoyed it. I think it's a good, solid, like, standalone mid-series episode for me.
Yeah.
Like, it's not as good as Parting the Ways. It's not as good as Father's Day or Dalek. But I'm going to put it above Bad Wolf. So it's going to be number 4 for me currently.
Well, that's high.
Yeah, pretty high.
That's pretty high.
A lot higher than you put it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cool. So that's that. That's Tooth and Claw. A divisive episode for us then. But you didn't hate it.
I didn't hate it. I didn't love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just was a bit meh, really.
Yeah, I get the feeling you thought it was a bit silly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Felt like I said to Stephen, is it a satire? Felt like it was taking the piss out of Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. I think there's an element of tongue-in-cheekness about it. Like, even like the run, and then he says to Queen Victoria, "Oh, Your Majesty, as a doctor, I recommend a vigorous jog. Good for the health."
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. There's always a bit of tongue-in-cheek, but yeah. Anyway, that's us wrapping up Tooth and Claw. Do you want to know the next title?
Yeah.
It's called School Reunion.
So they're going to go in the future, and they're going to go to Rose's school reunion.
Okay.
Or the Doctor's school reunion.
Oh, the Doctor's school reunion on his planet.
Yeah.
No, it's not that.
The planet's exploded, by the way. You said it's gone.
It has gone. It's been destroyed, yeah.
But I think it's something to do with Rose's school.
Okay, interesting.
Or a school reunion of an alien species and they get mixed up in shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Let me just say, I think you'll be excited about something that happens next week. And that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. And also, can I just say one thing? One thing that's just come to my mind.
Yeah.
How did the Doctor know that he's alone? The Time Lords can travel through space and time. I'm pretty sure there are others out there.
The reason is because all the Time Lords got involved in the Time War, and the Time War is time locked. It's like you can't travel out of it.
Oh. How did he travel out of it?
Because he destroyed everyone.
Oh.
But the war itself, like, before he ended it...
So he can't go into it?
No.
If he went into it, he can't get back out?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like it's trapped in like a time bubble.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anywho, cool.
So, thanks for listening once again. Always a pleasure. Don't forget you can get in touch with us. You can find us on social media, on Instagram and Twitter at AboutTimeCast, on TikTok at AboutTimePodcast. You can email us abouttimecast@gmail.com. Please remember we love that. Also, you know what? If you're on Instagram, you're on Twitter, give us a shout out. That would be really cool. If you enjoy listening, why not share us on your Instagram story or retweet us or something? That would be really nice. Yeah. Thanks, everyone. Take care.
Take care.
And until next episode, stay fantastic.